Almost off. Okay, listen, if you want to talk to me, write in the comments why you want to talk to me. Yeah, all of a sudden, I look at the thing, I see Madani, you want to talk? Let's talk. If anyone else wants to talk, put in the comments why you want to talk about. What you want to talk about. God. My microphone was off, for heaven's sakes. Medina, can you hear me? You want to talk or not?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
You know, look, if you're taking an exam or you're studying grammar and have a question, I can help you out. But I'm not here just to blab with you. I don't want to blab. That's a waste of time.
Well,
Yeah, I
okay.
know you haven't just been waiting here. What's that, Medina? Medina?
No, I didn't know I was up though.
So you have nothing really to talk to me about, right? That's
No.
okay. That's okay. We said hello to each other. That's good. That's okay. It's okay. We talk some more time. Look, you can't say add me. You have to tell me what exam you're studying for, or if you're having a problem with grammar. Because I want to talk to people who are studying English. I don't want to talk to anyone who's just here to gab, because that's a waste of time. Anyone who's been in my voice rooms knows that coming in a voice room and just blabbing is a total waste of time. I don't want to waste my energy. I want to help people who are genuinely studying. So if you're genuinely studying, write in the comments what you're studying and what help you need. And if you don't understand what I just said, you probably need to study English. Add me for we mean add you for learn English. That's not a good sentence. I don't know what you're asking me. You have to work on your English. I don't understand your sentence. Say add me for learn English. I don't know what that means. If you mean you want to learn English, here, go to my moments. Maybe you mean you want to learn English. Go to my moments. I'll give you some links right here and read about how to study English. I have a question about word use. Oh, okay. Maybe word use is okay. At least that's something serious. Uh, Hi, Salah. So Fabio, okay, I'll talk to you for a little bit, okay, Fabio, but I don't like talking about words too much because I don't think talking about words helps. I think you have to read a lot and write a lot to learn words. But since 66 people are here and they're waiting for something, why not? You know, we'll talk about some words. I'm happy to see you, Salah. Oh, Fabio doesn't want to talk. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We only want to talk to people who are serious. I have a question. Is it possible to prepare for IELTS test in just 1 week? No. That is a big no. That's a really great question. A really great one. And it's very easy for me to answer. Absolutely not, Rock. You need to study a lot more than 1 week to get ready for the IELTS. You're just wasting your money. Low key term and suits for. I don't understand the question, Fabio. Low key term is suits for place. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, Fabio. I'd love to help you. Yeah, I'm just talking to myself right now because no one is studying English. Usually, I have about maybe half a dozen people are studying it, but this may be very early in the morning. In my opinion, English is a piece of cake. My grammar it's a piece of cake. Yeah, well, if you have grammar issues, you have to study grammar. I see. What is the proper way to address you? You could call me Richard. You call me Sir. You call me Mister Richard. Just something respectful. That's all. I'm here trying to help you. So Don't call me dude or bro. Don't give me any of that stuff. Save that for another room. Okay. We still don't have anyone who is seriously studying English. Okay. Everyone's here just to have some fun. What is the secret to advanced learner, not leaver, learner, for those who are an intermediate level? Okay. Now that is a good question, colleague. That is a good question. You want to come up here? I'll talk to you. You want to come up? I'll talk to you. If you don't want to come up, it's okay. I'll try to answer your question. Okay, my precious mom registered me to do the test in the last of this month. I tried to convince her that I'm not ready. Yes, it will be a big waste of money. Your mom should have given you some money and so you could buy some new clothes. That would have been helpful. But unfortunately, your mom decided to spend the money on a test. Why spend the money on tests? You could have taken the money and bought some really nice clothes. I mean, I don't get it. Why give the money to the IELTS? You could have used it. Okay, I'm sorry, wasted money. Do your best. Do your best. What can I say? It's going to be so difficult for you. You know what? Ask your mom tell your mom that you want to take a vacation after the test because you're going to be in such a bad mood. Khalid's up here. Let's talk to Khalid. What's the best way to get an American? Don't try to get an American accent. There's no such thing. Just if you want to work on pronunciation, Hisham, if you want to work on pronunciation, my recommendation is watch Rachel's English on YouTube, and you'll learn good pronunciation. Or you can get the app, There's a free version of Elsa Speak app. You can do either of those, and that way you work on your pronunciation. You should only be concerned about pronunciation. Forget about the accent. Forget about it. You will work on it for years and still not accomplish it. Maybe there's 1 in a million people who can change their accent, but it's not worth the time. Okay, Khalid, I want to talk to you. Okay?
Hi, Mr. Richard. How are you?
Good. And tell me your question again.
Um, I need an advices for like
I need
to.
advice.
I need
Advice,
an
not advices. Everyone in Hello Talk, I mean everyone, including the teachers, say advices. The word is advice. I need some advice. Go
I
ahead.
need some advice to be like an advanced level. I feel like I'm an intermediate level and I want to be to an advanced.
Okay, but the problem is I don't understand your sentence. You said you need advice for what? On how? You need advice about what? I need to understand your sentence.
First, I feel like I'm an intermediate level.
Okay,
So
you said you need advice. Okay, forget about that. You said
uh,
okay. So we'll start again. Uh, I feel I'm at an intermediate level, right? Is that correct?
yeah,
Okay, you say it. I feel like I'm an intermediate level.
I feel like I'm an intermediate level.
Okay, and so what you want, or what do you want to ask me?
So your advices,
Not
or
advices, not advices. God,
I need some advice.
good, good. Okay, okay. So this is the situation, colleague. The way to get to a near native level, to go beyond intermediate level, right? What's most important is accuracy. Accuracy. Okay? You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. You need to have accurate grammar. Okay? You need to use vocabulary accurately. Most people don't know how to use the words they know because every word has many definitions, many different forms. So most people, even though they know a good amount of words, they don't know how to use them correctly. And the other thing you need is accurate pronunciation if you're speaking. So you have to be accurate. Now, beyond accuracy, you need to be able to express an idea in a coherent manner. You need coherency. That means you need to be able to use multiple sentences to express an idea. So right now I'm talking to you and I'm explaining to you how to improve your English, and I'm doing it step by step by step. That's coherency. I told you have to be accurate and you have to be able to explain things logically so that people can understand what you're trying to say. No, shadowing works a little bit, but doesn't really help that much. I'm talking to Fabio. So, Khalid, this is the formula for improving your English. Okay, you listening? You listening to me,
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Khalid? Oh no, Khalid. Okay. You need. This is the objective: to think in correct English. This is your objective. No translation in your mind. You have to think in correct English. Now, how do you learn to think in correct English? It's by repeating correct sentences thousands of times. You need a lot of repetition, and it has to be correct. That is how you train your mind to think in English. Now, how do you learn to be correct? You learn to be correct by studying grammar. You need to study grammar. You need to write, not speak. You need to write correct sentences and paragraphs. And this is the most important part. So everyone listen. Everyone listen now. This is the most important part. You need to correct everything you write. Everything you write needs to be corrected. Now, when I was growing up, my teacher would correct me, or my parents would correct me, or my brothers might correct me. But you don't have a teacher or maybe other people in your family who will correct you. And no one corrects on Hello Talk. I've been to hundreds upon hundreds of Hello Talk voice rooms. The teachers never, ever, ever correct. Why? Because it's impossible to correct someone while they're speaking. They're making too many mistakes. So the way you correct, and this is the magic tool, you need to use a grammar checker like Quillbot or Grammarly. Doing this, you're going to start seeing tremendous improvement in your English. Every one of the people who have read my moments and followed my directions, they all write to me and they say, I wasted all my time watching movies and going to voice rooms. Now I am learning English finally. After you correct your writing using the grammar checker, you then speak what you wrote. This is how you're going to learn how to speak correctly. If you want to, you can go to your moments and ask someone to correct you using the please correct me topic. That's an additional facility that you have available to you. As you get more proficient in English, you should start reading very simple books right away, and you should summarize what you read. This is how you're going to learn some vocabulary and also better writing style. Summarize what you read. This is how you learn vocabulary. You do not learn vocabulary by memorizing lists. You learn vocabulary by reading, 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 reading. That is how everyone learns good vocabulary in native countries. The more you read, the better your English is. The less you read, the worse it is. And that's why on Hello Talk, you've got so many natives who can barely say a correct sentence because they never read. They just text each other. Hey, man, what's going on, man? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, man. How's you feeling? Good, man. How about you? You feeling, man? Yeah, I'm good, man. Hey, yeah, bro. That's the kind of stuff that they know. They cannot speak intelligently about subjects or learning English. Yeah, learning English is a lot of work, Fabio. It's a lot of work. It's not a piece of cake. Learning English is a piece of cake. If anyone ever tells you you can learn English easily, forget them. Say goodbye. There's no such thing. You need to work hard, I mean, really hard, to learn English. Everything else is just marketing. They want your money because they want you to think you can learn English easy. No, I've never seen it. I've talked to thousands of people. There's no such thing about learning English easily. Where can I find simple books? Look on my moments, Franco. I give many moments I have on my posts. I give good resources for simple books. There's lots of them on the web. Some of them are graded. In other words, they're different for first, second, third, fourth, and fifth grade. About 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so does that answer your question, Khalid? Was that comprehensive and complete? That's a good word to know, comprehensive. Was that comprehensive? Khalid. Maybe I put Khalid to sleep.
Yes, yes, thank you so much.
Okay, Khalid. If you listen to my advice, you will become near native. But if you ignore my advice and just watch movies and TV and go to voice rooms where everyone is talking bad English and where the teacher's not correcting, in a year from now, in 2 years from now, in 5 years from now, you will have zero improvement. In fact, your English will be an absolute mess because all you have done is copied really bad English from other people. The way I told you how to study is the way to learn. Reading, writing, practicing correction, and speaking what you write. It's got to be correct. It's got to. Okay, it's very important. I didn't say this. Very important. You learn what you repeat. This is very important for you to understand. Whatever you repeat is what you learn. So if you repeat incorrect English, your English gets worse. If you repeat correct English, your English gets better. Very important concept. Yeah, it's every this is good for any language. It's not only it's good for our languages, Franco. It's good for any skill. This is how I learned to dance. This is how I learned to play piano. This is how I learned to play table tennis and basketball. This is the way you learn a skill. Study, practice, correction, repetition. Yeah, the different pronunciations. I recommend learning the American pronunciation because it's more widely used, it's easier to learn, and the British is kind of messy. I don't like the British accent at all. Okay, say Packer. Yep, that's it. That's it, Franco. You got it. That's any skill, not just not language. Okay, Ranak, how are you? Tell me what's on your mind. Fine.
Hello, Professor.
Yeah,
Um,
hello. How are you today? And what question do you have?
I'm doing great. Hope the same for you. My question is, how much time I need to prepare for IELTS test?
Well, there's a few questions here I have for you. First of all, what score do you need? Very
I
important.
need, yes, I need the band 6.5 or band 7.
No way, it's not 6.5 or 7. It's you need a 6.5 or you need a 7. Because
Okay.
if you get 6.5, that
Mhm.
precludes a 7. But if you get a 7, that's just like a 6.5. So what do you need? You need a 6.5 or you need a 7?
I need at least 6 or 7. The
No,
level,
it's not or.
reach the
It's
level
not
B1.
or, Ronick. You either need a 6 or you need a 7. Which one? Because it's totally different. It's 100%
Okay.
different.
I need band 7
Okay, you
to
need a
be
band
more
7.
specific.
A band
Mhm.
7 is really difficult to get. That's the reason I asked. Because
Okay.
you're from, you're from, which country are you from, Ronick? Iran? No,
I am from Algeria.
Algeria. Okay. So in Algeria, I think about maybe 5% of the people get a band 7. 5% of the applicants or the examinees get a band 7. So it's really difficult to get. So a band 6 is not that difficult, but a 7 is
Mhm.
very difficult. So
Okay.
one takes a lot more time. Now, what I'll do for you, okay? I'm going to ask you
Mhm.
a couple of questions, answer them in like 2 or 3 sentences, or even more if you can. So I hear
Mhm.
how well you can speak, so I'll understand
Mhm.
better what your current level is, okay?
Okay.
Are you
I'm
ready?
ready.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
Let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it? What kind of place is it?
I live in Galma. It's a small city, a bit unknown in Nigeria, especially when I people ask me where I am from. They never heard about my state, actually. It's a small city, as I told you, and uh, it's not that development according to other cities like capital and North Algeria.
Okay, I'm going to stop you, Ronick, because this is really important. You have to answer the question. If you don't answer your question, you're going to get a very poor mark.
Uh,
Listen to the question again and
okay.
answer the question.
Mhm.
What kind of place is it? You have to tell me, you have to answer the question.
Okay.
Because otherwise, they think you don't understand English. You'll get a band
Yeah, that's right.
5.5 or maybe a 6. Okay?
Yeah. Can I answer again?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay. Uh, my city is small. It's like small village,
My city,
and
I live in a small village.
mm, okay. I live in a city. It looks like small village,
No, it's not good
and
English. It's not good English. Either say I
okay.
live in a small city or I live in a small village. You have to speak good English. Say one of those.
I live in a small city.
I live in a small city.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if I took a small answer, is it bad for marks?
Okay. Look, this it's going to be very simple, Ranak. You're no more than the band 6 right now. So to get a band 7, it would probably take around I would say you would need about 2 months to really study for the test, and maybe 3 months to really study English well. You have to really study English. Your English is okay, but your sentences are full of errors, and you have to get at least a band 6.5 uh, in writing and speaking. No, you could get away with a band 6 in writing and a band 6.5, but you're far away from that. So let's say you need 3 months for studying English, 2 months for exam. So you're about 5 months away from maybe getting a band 7, but you would have to study really hard, like maybe 3 hours a day.
So what if I told
Because
you that
you're clearly a band 6 right now, maybe even a little bit less. It depends upon your writing and reading skills, but you haven't even studied for the exam yet. So chances are you'll get less, either 6 or below.
can I be honest with you right now? I mean, I'm always honest with you anyway.
I prefer people being dishonest with me, but if you insist, be honest.
It's not like I'm going to say any negative thing. The
It's
thing
not like
is,
I'm going to say anything negative. It's not like I'm going to say anything negative. Say that.
okay. The thing is, I did the
Rhonda,
test.
say it correctly. Rhonda, you have to learn to speak correctly. It's not like I'm going to say anything negative. Say that.
It's not.
Repeat what
It's
I
not
just
like
said.
I'm going to say anything negative.
Yeah. Listen, Rana, you probably spend
Mm,
a lot of time in these voice rooms. No one ever corrects you, and you think you're speaking amazing English because that's all they do is they tell everyone they're
yeah.
amazing. But I'm trying to really, I want to show you that every single sentence I have to correct. So I want you to see how much studying you have to do. Okay, continue to be honest with me.
Yes, I need that, sir. I need that. You are absolutely right.
Yeah,
I
you
did
have to
the I
know.
yeah. I did the IELTS test. I tried to do IELTS test before. I mean, I did it 3 months ago, and
Okay,
I took band 5. I took in overall I took band 5. So
overall
I
you got
got
that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah.
yeah. So I get 6.5 on speaking test,
Hmm.
5.5 on listening
Hmm.
test,
Hmm.
and 3 on writing test.
Hmm.
And on the reading, I took maybe 4, I guess. I don't remember
Hmm.
much. So
Yeah.
overall, I took band 5,
Yeah.
and it wasn't enough. And when I talked to my mentor, he said I need at least band 6 to get the level B2.
Yeah.
So
Band six is intermediate, right? Band six is B2. That's correct.
was a bit greedy, and I want to get band 7. So that inspired me to study more. But I don't know. I'm in the place. I don't know. I'm between to study for band 6 or band 7. You said I need at least 3 months to get to band
Well, I
7.
think if you're band 5 right now, you probably need. But it depends how many hours you spend studying. But you got a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
You got to study English, and then you have to learn how to express ideas, in
Yeah.
paragraphs, and then you need to really study the exam very thoroughly. And on my
Mm-hmm.
moments, I give some websites where they have full tutorials on how to take the exam, but doesn't pay for you to study for the exam until your English is improved. Rhonda, 1 second. Fabio has a question for me. I don't
Okay.
consider skimming a important skill, Fabio. For some people are very, very good at it. I don't know how they get that talent, but for some people, it's a skill that they have. For most people who try to learn how to skim, they lose it very quickly. So it's a lot of effort, and they don't get much reward for it. So I would not recommend you try skimming. On the IELTS test, it's a waste of time.
Mhm. Actually, you are right about that. You said a good point. When I said to someone who used to be native, who used to be native speaker, for me, I mean, I
Who
used
is
to
a
talk.
native speaker? Who is? They can't used to be a native speaker. They
I mean,
either
he
are.
is actually a native speaker.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
said that because we are not talking anymore. Once I asked
Not
him
talking
for
to him
tip how.
anymore. You're not talking to him anymore.
I'm not talking to him anymore
Yeah,
because the
I used to talk to a native speaker. That's what you want to say. I used to talk
yeah.
to a native speaker. Yeah.
I used to talk with native speaker, and
A native speaker.
What?
A native speaker. You used to
A
talk to a
native
native
speaker.
speaker. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to talk to a native speaker, and I told him, what about skimming? How to do that? You said since you are not native English speaker, just avoid this technique because it takes a lot of time and effort, and you need to follow the time. I have a short time to prepare for IELTS test, you know. So
Well,
he's told me to.
you have a ironic. You have a short time to prepare for the IELTS. However, it will take you a long time to prepare for it. So for now, every time you take the IELTS, you're wasting your money. And I would suggest that instead of giving it to IELTS, buy yourself some nice clothing.
I'd love to do
Kirk,
that.
Kirk, 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 Kirk. Do not contradict me in my voice room, please. If you contradict me in my voice room, I will have to make you leave. If you have your advice, go open your own voice room and give your bad advice there. Do not give your bad advice in my voice room, because in my voice room, people only get good advice. There's plenty of other voice rooms to get bad advice, and you're very welcome to give your bad advice there, but not in my voice room, okay? Skimming is not useful, not at all. Zero. I tried it. My other students tried it. It's a waste of time. There are better techniques. So I do not want you to give any advice in my room, Kirk. Okay? I do not want anyone getting bad advice here. There's plenty of other voice rooms to get bad advice if they need it, or you're welcome to open up your own voice room. And do not say, all right, my man. You talk to me respectfully. You understand? Now that's twice I had to warn you. One more time, I will remove you and you will be blocked. I do not like disrespectful people. I do not like bad advice. Skimming is when you quickly go through a passage of reading, looking only for basic meaning without really reading every word. You're just quickly trying to read it, trying to get basic meaning from it. It's worthless for the IELTS because the IELTS, they know about skimming, and the kind of questions they give you do not allow for skimming.
That's right.
Yeah, of course I know I'm right, Ronik. I've been doing this for a long time. And there's a lot of really bad advice because people are trying to teach tricks instead of trying to teach English. And I teach English.
Yeah.
Okay, Ronik.
You
So
know what? I took this bad advice from. Uh, you are right. I know you are right. I took this bad advice of skimming from my own teacher
yeah,
who teach me the skills and structures, how
yeah,
to do the listening test and the speaking test. And
yeah,
when the session was above the writing test, he said try to do the skimming. Even though I told him that my English level is not that great to read the pages in just 50 minutes or less than 50 minutes, the time pressure and stuff. He
yeah.
told me just try. And I
Yeah,
thought that the
the
problem
teacher,
was in me.
yeah. This teacher never tried the exam himself. He's just talking. I actually tried the exam. I tried skimming. I saw it was a total waste of time. Total waste of time. The way they ask the questions, you cannot answer them from skimming. So you're just wasting time. That's all. It doesn't help you get a better score. Skimming is when you
So,
quickly go through a passage without really trying to understand the whole passage, but just trying to get a basic idea of what's in the passage by reading very, very, very quickly. It doesn't help you. You can skim, but you don't get anything out of it. You waste your time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ronik. I think, if you need a 6, I would say you need about 4 months or so, uh, of a very strong study, maybe 3 or 4 hours a day. If you need a 7, it's going to be a while. It'll be at least 7 months.
Oh,
Um,
that's a lot, but
yeah,
it worth
look,
it.
7 is very difficult. It's very difficult. Only very few. Now, the people who get a 7 easily are people who like maybe went to a native school, a native institution, or maybe had English in Germany or France or Hong Kong. People who've had very, very extensive training in English for a long
Mhm,
time.
mhm,
But typically, people like from Asia or the Middle East or South America, their English is not really ready yet for level 7. They can get 6.5 or 6. The average score for your country, the average score is around 6. That's the average. So half the people
that's
get below 6, half get above it. But very few get above a 7. I'm roughly estimating around 10%, maybe less than that.
yes, that's right.
So that's
So
the situation, and you have to adjust in order. You have to adjust what you want. Now, if you want to get a 6, my recommendation is study English for 2 or 3 months, including
mhm,
reading and writing,
mhm,
and be satisfied with a 5.5 or a 6 in speaking and writing, and then practice reading and listening really hard so you can get a 7.5 in both of those. Because it's much easier to get a 7.5 in reading and listening than it is to get in speaking and writing. And
mhm.
two 7.5s plus a 6.5 and a 6 will give you a 7.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
Okay, that should be your strategy if you want 7. If you want a 6, then I would recommend you study English extensively for a few months until your English is really good, then study for the exam maybe a month and a half, and you should be able to get a 6. As long as your English is good, a 6 should be pretty easy. But your English has got to be good.
So right now my English is it my English in that bad? I
Yeah, your
mean,
English is bad right now. You're making a lot of mistakes
mhm,
in every sentence.
mhm,
When they listen to you, it's almost an automatic 5, maybe a 6, but almost automatic 5.
yeah.
You
Uh,
can't make as many mistakes. And the problem is that most people in Hello Talk go into voice rooms where all the teacher says is you're amazing, without understanding how much harm they're causing. Because
yeah,
IELTS does not grade you upon whether you're amazing or not. They grade you on whether you can speak and write correct English.
that's
You have to
yeah.
you have to be accurate. Accuracy is is what they're looking for. Don't use words that you don't know. Don't write sentences that you don't know how to write.
That's right. Actually, in fact, I'm taking your words very, very seriously.
Yeah,
Uh,
this will help you a lot.
yeah, it helps. That help. You're helping. That helps me a
Now,
lot.
now,
Uh,
someone just asked, what about slang? Do not use slang. Do not use slang. I don't even know why IELTS even allows slang because slang is very regional. The slang in one place is totally different from the slang in another place. Slang in the United States differs from state to state, which is much different from slang in different regions of the UK, which is different from Canada, which is different from Australia. So I don't even know how an examiner in Algeria could possibly know all the different slangs and how they should be used.
you
It doesn't have
said
to be formal, it just has to be accurate. Honestly, it doesn't have to be formal, just accurate. Just like I'm talking to you. I'm using
Mhm.
simple words with simple sentences, and everything is accurate. Just be accurate. Forget about all these other stuff. Don't do idioms. Don't worry about slang. Things like collocations and phrasal verbs you learn by reading. Read a lot. Don't study lists. Read, 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 read. And that's how you're going to learn how to use words accurately.
You said a good point, Mr. Richard.
Yeah.
My
It
teacher
doesn't pay to
said
learn
that we
slang.
must.
It doesn't pay to learn slang at all, Lasha. It serves
Yeah.
no purpose. It serves no purpose because it's different everywhere. So why learn it? If you hear something that you don't understand, yeah, ask the person what they mean or go to a dictionary and look it up. But why learn it? It's a waste of time. You might as well learn better, a more usable vocabulary. You can ask a question, Ahmed. Yeah,
Yeah.
just ask a question. No, the problem is this, Elijah. Most educated people, natives, do not use slang. The only people who use slang are the teachers on Hello Talk because they don't want to teach you proper material. They teach you slang and you think that's natural. I've been talking now for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I haven't used one slang word. None of my friends use slang. No one uses idioms. You know how often you use idioms? It's like 1 in 1,000,000 words. That's how often you use idioms. And people do not use slang. They don't. Once in a while. Yeah, piece of cake, right? Piece of, honestly, Fabio, I never hear anyone you say a piece of cake except on Hello Talk, where everyone uses it. Hello Talk is like a world on its own. It's got its own English. I cannot remember the last time I heard anyone say a piece of cake. Now, you should also know when you say something's a piece of cake, it's a little disrespectful. If you say something's like, oh, that was a piece of cake, it's like saying, oh, it was so easy for you and it's so difficult for everyone else. It's not really a nice thing to even to say. I would never say something, oh, that was a piece of cake. I don't say that. I say, oh, okay, that was relatively easy to learn, but I've been doing it for a long time, so yeah, I'm able to learn it. Yeah, Hello Talk is its world in its own. It's nothing like anywhere else in the world. You got these teachers teaching all this silly stuff, and they're teaching you all these slang and idioms and these accents and this really silly stuff, and people leave Hello Talk, and it's like they're coming from their own world, their own country. It's nothing like anyone else. Yeah, I know your teacher said that because your teacher's too lazy to teach you grammar, so they teach you useless idioms. I don't remember the last time I heard anyone say it's a piece of cake. Maybe in a movie. But again, it's not a nice thing to say because it's like saying, it's easy for me, but it's not easy for you. No one uses them. Maybe in movies. You don't understand. Native people talk like the way I'm talking right now. This is the way people talk. Listen to me. Now, there's research done. There's actually research done about idioms. The most common idiom is used 1 in 350,000 words. The most common idiom, and I can't remember what it was, is one, no, only here, Michael, only on Hello Talk. They don't use slang. No one uses slang. I don't understand where you get this stuff from. Maybe ghetto people from ghettos use, I don't know. But the most common idiom, they did research, is 1 in 350,000 words. Most other idioms are less than 1 in 1,000,000 words. So if you use an idiom, let's say piece of cake, and once in a blue moon, in let's say a paragraph, you've already used the word idioms more than most people would use in 2 million or more words. It probably like 5 million words. You'd have to speak about 5 million words to use those two idioms. So you don't understand how people really talk. No one talks like that. Not even my son, who's much younger than me. He's talking like I'm talking because you want to sound educated. You don't want to sound like you're an uneducated person. Nah, you guys got to listen to me. Just listen to me talk. Listen to me talk. I've been talking now for over an hour and a half. I haven't said one idiom or one slang word. This is how educated people talk in the United States. If you want to go to a university, if you want to get a job, if you want to emigrate and you want to sound like you understand English, talk like me, not like with the silly stuff they're teaching in these other rooms. Trust me. I tell you, I did it. I researched it. An idiom's used once in a million words. Once in a million. Think how long you have to talk to say a million words. Just think about it. I actually wrote several moments on this subject. I gave the research papers, I researched it for it. Idioms are taught only because teachers want you to think you're learning something special. What you should be learning is how to express thoughts in correct English sentences. That's what you should be learning. Forget about all this other garbage. You need to be able to express a thought in correct English. That means good grammar, good vocabulary, accurate, and good pronunciation. All this other stuff is silly. It's silly nonsense. Oh, gosh. Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just having fun, you know. You got some people who don't know anything about, or don't really care about whether you learn English or not, and they waste your time with all this nonsense. A piece of cake. Yeah, that's a good word. It's a good idiom to know. Unfortunately, you'll never use it. Gosh. Okay. Ronik, you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Just last question before I go. I'm going to Canada after 3 weeks from now, um, and I'm going for studies.
What's
I
going to happen
don't.
in 3 weeks? Ronik, what's going to happen in 3 weeks?
I'm going to Canada
Okay, I'm going to Canada
for
in three
studying.
weeks. That's how you say it. I'm going to Canada in 3 weeks.
Okay, I'm going to Canada in 3 weeks,
Okay.
uh, and I'm going to study optician.
What
I
are you
want to
studying?
become an. Uh-huh.
What are you studying?
Yes, I want to study. I want to go to Canada for studying, and they didn't ask me for IELTS test because I'm
Okay,
not going to
Ronik,
study
Ronik, 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 Ronik. What are you studying? You're going to Canada to study what?
an optician.
Optician?
Yes,
Okay, I'm going to Canada to study to be an optician. Say that.
I'm going to Canada to study to be an optician.
An optician.
An optician.
An optician.
An optician.
Okay. And you're going to need to take the IELTS.
Yeah,
And you need what
exactly.
score? What score do you need?
They asked from me band to take band 6 at
Okay, they
least.
require a band 6. They don't ask you. They require a band 6.
They require from me to get band 6.
They don't require from they require a band 6.
They require band 6.
Okay. So I would just spend the next few weeks studying for the exam. If you go to my moments,
Mhm.
because you have to familiarize yourself with the exam. So go to my moments. Here's the link, but it's pinned, and I give lots of resources that you can study. Also, here is. Do you have the Cambridge IELTS exam guides?
Yes, I have one.
Okay, here's a link to all 18 exam guides. Though the earlier
Mhm.
ones, like up to 12, probably are not useful. They're no longer valid. So anyway, yeah, just study the exam as hard as you can, and hopefully you can get a 6.
Yes, I hope so. I'm trying to do my best, but I would prefer to not rush. But thing is, sometimes don't go as we want. So I'm doing my best and try to not give up.
Yeah, don't give up. You just do your best effort, and hope that you can get a 6.
Yes.
If your English was more reasonable, I would say a 6 is pretty easy. But your English is at band 5 level, so
Yes. I'm aware of that, but I'm trying. I know what I'm trying to say. I need more time and more studying.
yeah, yeah,
And you are absolutely right, 100%. But as I said, I will do my best.
yeah.
And
Just do
if
your
I
best.
didn't get,
Yes, yeah,
and if I didn't take band 6, I will do the test again and I will study again until I get band 6. That's what
great.
I can do.
Yeah, non-optometrist, an optician. Optician makes the glasses. Optometrist tests your eyes. So
Yeah.
listen, everyone. The reason I'm serious about this is because if Rhonda got good advice early on, she would be able to get a 6 easily.
Yeah.
Because Aronix is very intelligent. She's a hard worker. She just got some really bad advice. So that's
Yeah.
why I don't want anyone giving bad advice in my voice room. There's plenty of other places to get bad advice. For example, one of the worst ways to learn English is from podcasts. One of the worst ways. Podcasts, movies, TV, voice rooms where everyone is talking poor English. The way to learn English is the way I explain it. And if you have an alternative way, that's fine. Open up your voice room and tell people how to do that. But in my voice room, I take it very seriously because I don't want people to be in a position like Ronak is, where she has to take a test and she's not prepared because she got some very bad advice from teachers. What you need to do to study for the test is to learn English and learn how to express ideas accurately and coherently. That's what you need to learn. You don't need to learn slang. You don't learn idioms. You don't need to learn collocations or phrasal verbs. You don't need to learn an accent. You need to learn how to express an idea correctly. That's it. No, living in a speaking country is not the best way, Jack, because there are millions and millions of people who live in the United States for decades and never learned English. The way to learn English is by studying. There is no simple way. There is no simple way, period. I'm tired of all this bad advice that's hurting people studying. I'm really tired of it. I'm telling you how to learn. You got to study, practice, correct yourself, and repeat. You need to read and write a lot. That is how you learn. You need to make an effort, but do not waste your time with any of these other silly ideas unless you want to. If you want to, do it, but you're not going to learn English. I know exactly what the exam demands, and what the exam demands is accurate expression of ideas in English. You got that? This is what you need to know. And none of this are silly stuff. Accurate expression and understanding of ideas. That's what the exam requires. Got it? None of this other
Got it.
nonsense about idioms and slangs and all this other stuff. It's a waste of time. Pronunciation, you need to learn. I would recommend Rachel's English on YouTube. And one very, very, very good app is Elsa Speak. And in some countries, it's free. I can't say in all countries. But I know in the United States and in other countries, the free version is enough. Yeah, Elsa Speak is very good. It gives you accurate feedback, and you can really improve everything. Michael, you can disagree whatever as much as you want. It's fine. Open up your voice room and give your advice. In this room, people only get good advice. If you want to give some other kind of advice, go open up your own voice room and give your advice. I don't care if people disagree with me or not. I'm tired of people getting in a position like Ronek, where they should easily be able to get a 6, but they can't get a 6 because of all the bad advice that's given by teachers. Silly means it has no value at all. Dull means I don't know how to explain dull. Boring. That's one meaning of dull. But dull also means like a opposite of sharp, like a knife. A knife could be sharp or a knife can be dull. So
The funny thing is, my teacher never tried to do IELTS test.
yeah, of course. The very first thing I did when I decided to help someone with IELTS was to take the test, so I could know exactly what is needed to do it well. And you do not have to study subjects. You just answer speaking questions and writing questions from personal experience. You do not have to study subjects. I know a lot of teachers say you have to study like 120 or 200 subjects. If you needed to study 120 or 200 subjects, you'd be spending years learning subjects. You don't need to study subjects. You just need to answer from personal experience.
Yes.
I explained it before how to improve your output. But if you read my moments, just read my moments. I explain everything.
I will check your months, Mr.
Yeah,
Richard.
yeah. There's usually like maybe one dozen, maybe a little bit more people who read my moments because they're serious studiers. Most people, here to have fun. So I only really am addressing people who are studying seriously. These are my moments. Yeah,
Okay.
Quillbot is right. Geraldo, yeah, Geraldo's one of those serious students who's progressing very rapidly now because he really is studying hard.
Good for him.
Yeah, no, Geraldo. There's a few other people here. Rama. I got several people that I communicate with regularly that are really improving fast. Now they understand how to learn English. Now the progress is very important. It's very quick. They're studying grammar. They're using vocabulary accurately. They're reading a lot. They're writing a lot. They're correcting themselves using a grammar checker. Now they're making lots and very fast progress. Very methodical. Every moment spent studying is a moment of improvement. No, I'm happy to hear that, Osmi. Yeah, everyone really, Geraldo really has been studying hard. He's helping out in the chat room. He's a good person to know. Very diligent student. Okay, guys, I think I have to eat supper now, but it's been a real pleasure talking to you guys today. You're welcome, Osmi. Oh, I almost forgot. I
Mm.
I always end my voice rooms with the word care, which in my mind is the most important word in English and the most important word in any language. To be human is to care. That actually, human comes from the Latin word humane, which means to care. And so the reason I'm here is because I care about you guys. I really do. I want you to do well in your English studies if you're serious. If it's a serious thing for you in your life, I want you to do well. I want you to learn great English. So I'm here because I care about you guys. Yeah, Fabio. And if you appreciate my care, this is why I would like to ask you, if you can. I'm not going to ask much. I know a lot of you don't have the time or ability to help people, but I'm just asking you to take a few moments during your day, maybe after this voice room, to really think about your family, your friends, maybe people at work in university. Think about them and care about them. Just care about who they are, care about what they're trying to do, and if you can, tell them that you care. And most especially, I would like you, if you can, it's a basic request, to care about people in other countries right now who, under the most horrible situations, really need your love and care. And if more people send them your love and care, they will have hope. And they really need hope because life is just horrible for them. So throughout my day, I always think about them. I care about them. I send them my love. I try to help whenever I can. Whatever I can, because they deserve a chance for a life. So if you appreciate what I do for you, that is what I ask. Just take a few moments out of your life and just sit there and send them love and care, and it will give them hope. If they know that thousands of people are thinking about them, caring about them, they will have hope. And hope gets us through the worst of life. Okay, guys. Thank you, Huda. My pleasure. Love to you. Love to you, Johnny. Thank you, Huda. Yeah, I do. I really do care, Asmi. I really do. All this other stuff is baloney by teachers who think it's fun and don't realize that people really have to pass these tests. They need it for their life. They need it for their education, for their jobs, for immigration. You're welcome, Fabio. You're welcome, Hesse. You're welcome, Siggy. Hope is strength. Exactly, Giovanni. Hope is strength. You're right. That's what gets us through the worst of times. And people have hope if they know other people care about them. As long as they know people care, they have hope that someone cares. Thank you, Sufyan. Bless you. Love you too, Huda. Okay, love you, Bone. Love you, Mita. You're very welcome. Okay, guys, have a marvelous day, and hope to see you all again soon. Love talking to you. I hope I've said something in this room today that has helped you improve your ability to learn English. Love you, Huda. Thank you. Hey, Geraldo, thank you. You're very welcome. Okay, thank you, Mita. Appreciate it. If any of this costs money, save it. I don't want anyone to spend any money on me. I do appreciate the love. I don't need gifts. I need to know that you I can improve your English. That's all I want. I want to know that your English is improving. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you, Wency. Love you. I'm going to say goodbye now, okay? Have a great day. See you again soon. PTE is
Thank you,
another
sir.
test like the IELTS. Good luck, Radha. Good luck. Good luck to
Thank
you.
you. I'm grateful for your advices. Thank you so much.
Advice. Grateful for my advice. My advice. Guys, it's advice. is grateful for your advice, and I'm trying to improve my vocabulary, not vocabularies. Okay, I'm telling you, forget
Okay.
about Hello Talk has its own world. Don't use Hello Talk as your model.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
take care now. Bye bye.
Bye bye, sir. Take care.
Take care.